Hey fellow Stock Guardians, it's Hodamer, founder and CEO of StockCard, and this is our Stock Market Daily Roll Show. It's August 19th, 2021. I covered the opposite forces that pushed the market into a mixed day. I also looked into the big jump in Macy's share price after its earnings report and the sell-off that hit Ontrak's stock. You would be surprised what losing one client can do to a company's stock price. Let's jump right in. Two contrary forces forced the market indices into a mixed day. On the one hand, we have the new jobless claims report hitting the lowest since the pandemic. As unemployment numbers sink lower, confidence in the strength of the economy increases. The drop to 348,000 helped boost investor sentiment. On the other hand, Goldman Sachs lowered its GDP estimate for this year, blaming the rise in COVID cases and the uncertainty that it brings. The firm lowered its forecast from a growth of 9% to 5.5%. This certainly added to investors' pessimism today. Before we get to today's stock analysis, let me thank you for being a Stock Guardian. My team and I appreciate you watching, listening to, and reading the Daily Roll episodes. And more importantly, we thank you for using a StockCard platform in your stock market research. Thank you for being a Stock Guardian. If you aren't a user yet, I'd like to invite you to try now. First, hit the like button, subscribe to the show, and then create a free account on stockcard.io. Thanks for becoming a new Stock Guardian. Macy's, ticker M, is one company that is leading reopening efforts in the retail industry. I found the stock sitting pretty high up the winners list on a StockCard today. It looks like the company released its earnings report for this past quarter, and the results were received quite well by investors. The earnings report had a few highlights. Macy saw a 61% increase over last year's quarter, but even more impressive is that the growth translated into a 5.8% growth over 2019, pre-pandemic. While many corporations are still trying to catch up to their numbers from 2019, Macy's is already on its way to greater heights. The company raised its forecast for this year to match the confidence management has in the company's direction. Taking a quick look at Macy's stock chart, the fundamentals are kind of hit or miss. There are some glaring debt problems and uneven revenue in the last 3 years. It's also an undervalued stock. At 0.3 times price to sales ratio, it seems investors expect the company's sales to be at 1/3 of its current value, which explains the drastic price today after revenue was up even compared to 2019. I like to invest in companies that shape the future, and Macy's doesn't excite me, but I can see why some investors want to hold the stock to benefit from the reopening. While I don't think Macy's can repeat such growth rate next year or anytime soon, I want to sit on the sideline on this one. Folks, what caught my eye today also was a drastic Ontrak's price drop, ticker OTRK. It was third on the loser list on the StockCard, which is a whopping 44% drop. I own the stock and I was surprised to see the decline. Let's see what happened and what we should do if we are shareholders. Ontrak helps patients deal with behavioral health issues. For example, it uses its program to help patients with substance abuse challenges to stick to their treatment better and have less hospitalizations, which means lower cost for the patient and the insurance providers. Today, according to an SEC filing by the company, one of the clients asked to terminate a 3-year contract at the end of the year, 2 years into the contract. This was undoubtedly a significant customer for Ontrak. From the calculations I've done, it seems like the remaining contract value is about $30 million, which represents about 30% of the $108 million annual revenue Ontrak generated last year. Can the company survive this challenge? Ontrak has about $97 million of cash reserves, which is less than a year's revenue, So even if management took time to find replacement clients, the company can stay afloat just fine for a little while. It also has a robust sales pipeline that could be used to replace and grow its client base. It seems Ontrak should be okay. This is a short-term challenge that can be rectified. The concern I have is the reason for the contract cancellation. The management attributed this to a change of strategy by the unnamed client, but that's left to be proven. If the cancellation is a sign of operational or product challenges, then Ontrak is in trouble. What's happening with Ontrak reminds me of a Stamps.com, ticker STMP, stock price, where there were 2 large crashes in price after it terminated its contract with USPS in 2019. The company had cash reserves and an effective strategy to diversify its partnership away from USPS and with other postal carriers. Investors who bought the dip at around $30 per share were rewarded when it was acquired in July this year and reached an all-time high of nearly $330 per share, a 10 times return. I wonder if this could be a similar situation. I'd wait to see the actual reasons behind the contract termination and may jump in with a few more shares in addition to what I own now. Stay tuned. Folks, I have one last thing for you before you go. As you know, at StockCard, we love partnering with a diverse group of investors who do diligent research with various strategies. Our latest partner, Leo Rodriguez, who runs the Finance Turned Easy YouTube channel, is a quality content creator. Yesterday, Leo published a video breaking down 3 hidden gem stocks in the clean energy space, one of those mega trends shaping the future. Leo also highlights some valuable features of a StockCard platform in his video. Check it out to see it in action. Don't forget that Leo has a portfolio of his own on StockCard. Search for penny stocks in the search bar on the stock picks page and visit his high growth penny stocks of the future portfolio. Follow it to be notified when he adds a new stock. I'll leave a link in the show notes. That's it for today. If you haven't already done so, please give a StockCard a try, research as many stocks and ETFs as you want, and consider following a few investors by visiting the Stock Picks page on the StockCard platform. Don't forget to sign up for a 14-day free trial with promo code ROLLWITHOURCEO, all lowercase and in one word. Like, subscribe, and share these market recap reports with your fellow investors. Come back tomorrow for another episode. I'll see you then.